So I'm seeing a lot of hard work, and it should be hard work because the next generation is fucking doing shit all, bro, shit all. So we're seeing now some musical artists putting their effort in, some streamers putting their effort in, hopefully educational people and future engineers and doctors and lawyers are also putting the time in. We're seeing athletes, so we're seeing not just athletes but the professional athletes. We're seeing team meetings, we're seeing team structuring, we're seeing trades, we're seeing practices and meetings and equipment managers and training in the gym, and we're seeing a fucking all this effort being put in, which I applaud. I give you the two claps. I give you the two claps. But just know, I fucking did all of that with nothing. With nothing, bro. With nothing. Now, 2020, I got an inheritance, which is a sad thing because my uncle passed away. I was the only one who liked that uncle. I was the only one who was fucking friends with that uncle. Who actually, every time somebody called him, nobody gave a fuck. He was not close with his family. His family bullied him, so he gave his money away to his 5 nephews and nieces. And even the nephews and nieces didn't fucking talk to him. My parents didn't talk to him. When we go travel with the other nephews and nieces I met, I sure as hell don't think they talked to him. My brother probably didn't talk to him. So I was the only one who liked talking to him. Why? Because he was a cultural person. He was a cultural man. He was an Australian cultural man. Patriotic. He sent me gifts from Australia. He sent me jerseys, ice hockey jerseys, rugby jerseys, soccer jerseys, like Canadian and Australian. So I got to learn about Australia. He always invited me when we're going to go. I can't travel by myself because I got no fucking money and I'm in school and whatever. So I can never go down to travel to meet him when he says you can stay at my house if you want to visit Australia. But I always talked to him on the phone. I called him, talked to him on the phone, messaged him on the messenger because we talk sports. We talk the Toronto Maple Leafs. He wants to see a hockey game. We talk American football rules, Australian football rules, Australian rugby. So I was very close with his uncle who lived in fucking Australia. And he passed away and he split his money up with his nephews and nieces. So I got $180,000 and that was my inheritance. Now, the first thing I did with that was, it was right when I graduated. So I graduated, and I said, with this money, I'm gonna try and invest. So I was already investing since 2017, and it was 2020. So 3-4 years I was investing. I was investing in 2012, but no knowledge of it. I was really studying, reading 20 books, opening accounts, going to clubs, and going to meetings and online calls and conference calls and reading and studying and practicing all on my own since 2017. So 3 years. With that inheritance, I said, let me try and invest. I had just graduated. Now, because I still had symptoms and side effects, I couldn't sleep. I had restlessness. I couldn't sit down. I thought it would be too much pressure. I couldn't commute very well. I couldn't get up in the mornings. I couldn't stand in the traffic. I had a lot of struggling because I would only have 4 hours of sleep, and I got my restlessness disorder, and I had a lot of side effects and symptoms. And then I also get fatigue. So I can't make it the whole day without taking naps. I gotta be awake for 4 hours, then I gotta take a 2-hour nap when I'm working. So I thought, I can't get a job yet, even though I graduated. So my first resort was to ask the university if I could do a part-time master's degree. Now, not a master's PhD because I didn't have the marks, but there's a second master's. It's called Masters of Engineering, and from there you are not allowed to get a PhD. It's not a scientific master's. It's just more courses. So it's not perfect. Let me take some more courses part-time at my own pace until my mental condition improves and I'm ready to go into the workforce, and I will be more educated. And they didn't even talk to me for 30 seconds. They didn't even talk to me for 30 fucking seconds. They said, you need at least an 80. If you don't have an 80, don't even bother. That's what they told me in person. I went in person, not an email, not a phone call. I went in person to the office to explain my situation. They said, if you don't got an 80, don't even bother. So I said, okay, with this inheritance, I'm working from home, right? So I did send my resume out to about 30, 40, 50 places, 30, 40 places. I sent my resume on Indeed.com and whatever. Nobody gives a fuck. So I said, let me do some investing. So I would invest. So 180,000. I was trying to make like 40,000 a year, 50,000 a year, which is like a entry level job. So 50,000 a year. Let me see if I can make that. I was also playing poker, and I was making money. I was making like $20 an hour playing poker. The problem with playing poker is you can't play more than 1 or 2 hours at that concentration level. To make $20 an hour, you got to play hand after hand after hand, multiple tables, and staying focused and keeping up with statistics and everything. So it's nice to say $20 an hour to play poker and sit down on your ass, but you can't do it more than 2 hours because it's some ultimate focus nonstop. But I can still make 20, 40 bucks a day, 50 bucks a day playing poker. Sometimes 30 bucks a day playing poker. And I said, let me fuse that in with some investing. Now the strategy would be to invest some of it in swing trading. So like invest for 3 months, maybe like $60,000, $80,000. Invest for 3 months. Try to make 12%. 12% on $50,000. $6,000. $6,000. Maybe I can make $6,000 a year that way, or every 3 months. So that's like $18,000 a year, $24,000 a year. That's plus my $20 a day poker, and then the rest I would swing trade, because you don't need a lot of capital for swing trading. There's a limit. There's a limit. So swing trading is basically you take $100,000 and you pump all $100,000 in to a trade that lasts 1 minute. And you're following just technical charts and momentum. It's called volume, momentum, technical charts. So you got your indicators, your charts, your volume, your momentum. And then you wake up before the market opens, so 8 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and you do your research. So which companies are going to be good to trade for that day? Which companies have some crazy ass fucking news, which are going to allow you to make some big swings every minute throughout the morning. And again, you can only do this in the morning because at lunchtime, all the bankers go on lunch break and it stays flat. It stays fucking flat. So you wake up in the morning, 8 a.m., do your research, pick your stocks, get your setup out, your multiple, 8 graphs above, 8 graphs below, 2 monitors. I use a laptop for my orders and my desktop for my fucking trading platform. And you trade from 9:30 a.m. to 11. So is that 9:30 a.m. 10? So 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours of trade. And then in the afternoon, you play poker, you do your swing trading, and you review some technical details, you do some practice, you do some reading, some research. So that's what I fucking did every day. I didn't get the results. Why didn't I get the results? Is because of the fees. So I actually was getting results. But the problem is I was making like 100 trades a day for each minute. But it's like you go in steps of 4. So you go in part of the position, and then part of the position, and then part of the position, and then part of the position. So there's 4 trades. And then to take your profit, you go out in 4 trades. And it's like part of your position, part of your position, part of your position. So every trade is like 8 trades. So if you make 100, that's like 10, 12 positions you used up. And I was risking, the way it's done, I was risking $300 and for each trade, and I was trying to make $100 to $200. So 100 to 200 bucks profit per trade. Now you want to win you want to win 5 trades in a row, making 100 to 200 bucks, and then you lose 1 or 2 of them, losing 300 bucks each time. So you have your risk size, you can't lose more than 300, and you try to make like 100 200 bucks. And it was going well. I was making the 100 200 bucks. I was getting profitable trades, but it was $5 a trade. So I was paying like $400 in fees per day. So I got to make $400+ of pure profit to offset the fees. And I wasn't making that. I was making $200 of fees, $200 of profit. So I was making $200 of profit from my skill. I was making $200 of profit, and I was paying $400 in pure fees. So I was losing like 200 bucks a day, but I thought it was practice and I would get better and I would eventually scale up and make more money. Today, there are no fees anywhere, so you can fucking do this easily. But when I was working, it was $5 a trade, $20 to go in, $20 to come out, $40 a position every time. And the way it works is you put in, so 100 grand, and you try and make 0.5%. So like 1% of 100 grand is $1,000. 0.5% of 100 grand is 500 bucks. So you're trying to so you're looking at the stock and you want it to go up. You're watching it 0.3%, 0.4%, 0.2%, 0.5%. Done deal. 100 grand in, 100 grand out. And you're only in it for a couple of minutes. So there's no way you can go bankrupt. You can't go bankrupt because the stock's not going to go up 10% in 1 minute. It can go up 10% in a day. It can go up 10% in an hour. But in 1 minute, you're watching it. So it goes up like this. Boop, 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 boop. It always goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Every minute, every second. Boop, 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 boop. Even when it goes up 10%. Boop, 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 boop. So there's no way you can lose more than like $300-400 bucks. Now, you may be thinking, oh, I would like to try that, but I don't got 100 grand. Well, that's mainly for swing trading. This is called day trading when you do each minute. Day trading, because the trade starts and ends all within 1 day. And swing trading is like 3 months. So to make swing trading, you try and make 12%, 15%, 20% every 3 months. So you need a big account. If you got $1,000 and you made 20%, it's like hurrah, but you made 200 bucks. So you get $20,000, you make 20%, and it's like you made 4,000 bucks. Yay. But for day trading, it's more consistent. It's like everyday work, bringing out 200 bucks a day. But you need 100 grand. Luckily, there is leverage. So what you do is you say, you put up 12 grand. You only need 12 to 13 grand to day trade. You put up 12 grand. And for each stock that you're doing this for, they judge how risky it is, and they will let you borrow accordingly to how risky it is. Generally, it's at 0.5. So they allow you to double or triple mainly double your position. It's not 100 grand, it's like 50 grand, or 40 grand. So, $12,000 is yours, and then like $40,000 is the money you're borrowing. Now, because you're only doing it for 1 day, you're not paying interest. When you leverage money, you get charged interest per day, interest per month, per year, and per day. So at the end of the day, however much money you borrowed, you pay interest on that. And that's how you leverage money with stocks. But when you're day trading, you return the money. You sell, close the position, money is not yours anymore. You keep the profit, and the borrowed money goes back. So you're not paying any interest. So in a day trade, you only need 12, maybe today is $15,000. So $15,000 you day trade, and you can enter a position with 40 grand, 50 grand, 60 grand, and which is enough to make a 0.5%, which is like 300 bucks on a 60 grand position. So you get 15 grand and you're borrowing money and you're not paying any interest. It's how you day trade. So with my inheritance, I only needed a small portion, maybe 20 grand. I put in my day trading account, and my other 80 grand I put into my 80 grand I put into my swing trading account. And that's what I did for, like, since I graduated in May, and I became famous in October of 2020 or November of 2020. So May, June, July, August, November. So 7 months. Let's say 6 months. 6 months I did that for full time, all summer. I thought I was living the dream. I thought I was, hey, look at me, I'm working from home. I'm a stockbroker. I'm a fucking poker player. I'm an engineer. I work with the monies and the statistic and the dollars and hollers and bitches. And I thought I'm going to make 30, 40, 50 grand a year. And I'm going to be caking. I'm going to pay some taxes. And I'm going to be caking. Didn't make that much. I made like 10 grand from my swing trading account. Lost 2 grand on my day trading account because of all the fees. And made like $500 in poker. And then I went up to the next level in poker, and the competition was harder. And then I lost all that $500 that I earned in poker. So all in all, I made like $10,000 from swing trading. Or even less, maybe $4,000 from swing trading. I wasn't that good at it back then. So I made like $3,000. I thought I was going to make 30,000. But I was getting good. And then I became famous. In November 2020. I started my YouTube channel seriously, and making songs seriously, and making documents seriously, and writing stories and doing science and vlogs seriously. So I became famous. So what did I fucking do when I got famous? I bought my equipment, and I bought this phone that I'm using, Samsung flagship phone 2024. Samsung flagship phone 2023, laptops, computers, electric guitar $800, pedals effect pedals $500, cables, microphone stand, audio interface, MIDI keyboard, software, Pro Tools for $1,000 subscription on Pro Tools, then the Pro Tools effects and plugins, another $2,000 there. All my subscriptions online. And then, of course, I spent money on food and porn, but it was not that much. It was like $20,000 a year on food, and another $20,000 a year or $10,000 a year on porn. It was like, I made 100. I had 180 grand in 2020. 2026, I had zero. So I lasted 6 years. So that's 30 grand a year. 30 grand a year I spent on ordering food, OnlyFans, and all my equipment and my software. And then I bought my games as well, because how did I upload all my games? I had to buy an Xbox Series X. I had to buy 2 controllers, wireless charging. I had to buy all the games. I had to buy Xbox Game Pass. Definitely spent like 5 grand on just the Xbox. And then I bought my computer games as well. And I upgraded my computer because my old computer can't play my computer games from 2012. So I upgraded the computer, upgraded the laptop, the tablets, the phones, all that stuff, as well as my sports gear. I was still playing sports. So I bought like hockey sticks, hockey pucks, skates, helmets, cleats, soccer ball, but I didn't buy a car. I could have bought a car. I didn't buy a fucking car. An expensive car, but didn't buy it. So I became famous, and I was spending 30 grand a year across everything. Not that much on food and porn if you look back at it. And I made an expense sheet, and I did all my work. Now, if you think about it, I was famous, so I thought I already have the money. Like, I can sing like Lady Gaga. I can sing like Sabrina Carpenter. Why is Sabrina Carpenter singing and making $100 million, and I have more songs than her, and I sing just as well as Sabrina Carpenter, and I'm broke, so I should definitely get some money. Not only that, but I make my own music. I write the words. I do everything by myself. I write the music. I sing the music. I record the music. I put the effects and the mastering and the producing and the mixing. And then I play the fucking instruments. I play the fucking instruments. I play the piano, I play the guitar, I play the drums, I play the keyboard. I play the drums. I do the vocals. I play the instruments. I got 100 guitar videos, 100 piano videos, 100 electric guitar videos. So I do all this, and I'm working. I got 400 songs. I'm making a song a day. So I thought, yeah, I'm actually doing the work. I should get the money. I should get the fucking money. And then I'm playing video games, like I'm playing chess against the world's best. So I'm playing chess against the world number one, and I'm winning. And it's like it's uploaded. I'm not playing chess against fucking computers or retards. I'm playing chess against the world's number one, and it's uploaded. And then I'm playing video games against the world's number one. So maybe you don't like my music. I get no money. But you can't not like my chess or my video games, because that's a competition. You can't not like a hockey player. The hockey player gets paid. The fighter gets, you can not like Jake Paul, but Jake Paul still made $1 billion from fighting. $1 billion from $500 million from fighting. Even if you not like him, because it's a competition. You people watch it. Doesn't matter if you like him or not. So you may not like my music, but my video games, my chess, my sports, my YouTube channel, my engineering documents. I'm doing cancer research. I'm making Apple products. I'm making video games. I'm making Mercedes vehicles, and Mercedes is building my car. They're building my fucking car, bro. I designed a Mercedes vehicle. 2 weeks later, it's on the streets. I go on YouTube, review the 2022 Mercedes, review the 2023 Mercedes. It's what the fuck I made. It's my fucking design, inside and out. It's my fucking design. Like I got it in my pictures that I drew from hand, and I uploaded it, and then you got the car, and it's like the exact same thing. Because you look at the older model, you look at the 2020 model, you look at the 2021 model, it's completely different. And then you got the one I made, and that's the one that exists in 2022. So, of course I should be spending my money, my inheritance money like that. Because I'm doing the work. I'm doing the fucking work. Professional level. So I should be getting paid. Now I thought I was in a reality TV show. That's the only explanation. I'm in some sort of reality TV show where they want to see how a genius behaves in everyday life. And there's hidden cameras and everything. And like, I'm going to the store, I'm arguing with people, I'm walking on the road protesting, I'm going to the doctor, I'm arguing inside the mental hospital, I'm arguing with my parents, I'm talking to bitches in Messenger, I'm talking to bitches in real life, I'm doing all sorts of shit, because it's a reality TV show. It's a reality fucking TV show. Because I'm a genius. And when I do the work, it's work. And that's what I spent my 2020s onwards doing. And what this video was supposed to be about was how I got there. Because remember, I started off saying the video, everyone's sports teams are hustling, engineers are hustling, students are hustling, streamers are hustling, musicians are hustling. Everyone's hustling now. The difference between me and them is they got resources to hustle. I didn't. I just saw a boxer. Fucking boxer. Streamer. With a sexy ass bitch boxing next to him. Training his sexy ass bitch. Private lesson. Alone in the gym. With 2 instructors. Streaming. Mad boxing technique. How did I box? In a rusty old gym where there was a spit bucket for the entire class, there's not a fucking class, it was ghetto, fucking ghetto. One spit bucket for the entire gym, just sitting right there on the fucking ring. The guy teaching us was a big black guy with dreadlocks who had like a limp, and the owner was like a big burly guy, and his even older mother was handling the accounting at the front of the desk. And we were just like training on a timer and a beep and like technique, and there was people running around doing a class, and then there was us doing our own thing, and then there was sparring, and so all sorts of crazy ass shit in this tiny little fucking rusty old gym. And then the gym closed down, but I wanted to keep boxing, so I bought a $90. My friend had an old boxing bag in his apartment that his brother used. I paid $90 to buy it from him. I carried it from the apartment, a boxing bag, from the apartment down an elevator. There's no parking garage or whatever. I parked outside in the big parking lot. Carried it from the building to the parking lot to my car. Load it in the car. He helped me with it. Drive to my house. Unload it from the parking lot. Carry it. Put it in my garage. Me and my dad spent 1 year perfecting the perfect boxing system. Wooden pole, screw the hinge in the top, all this concrete so it doesn't wiggle around. And I carry the boxing bag, I put it under a recycling bin, stand on my tippy toes, hook it up. To take it down, bring the garbage bin, lift it onto the garbage bin, stand on my tippy toes, take it off, carry it to the garage. Okay, so there's a little effort with the boxing bag. Not so hard. We all gotta put a little effort in. What's the big deal? The big deal is there's no cover. And I want to box year round. So when it's 2 p.m., I want to box. 35 degrees outside, bro. 35 Celsius. You die of a heat stroke. I played soccer in that heat, training and games and practices, and by myself. And boxing. Raining. I want to box, yo. Boxing in light rain so it doesn't ruin the bag. Winter. Ice. Blizzard. I want to box, yo. Put on my running shoes on the ice. Running around the block. Come back home after 25 minutes. Put up the boxing bag. Put on the wraps on my hands. My hands are fucking icicles. Put on the boxing gloves. Box in the blizzard. Ice. I'm boxing on ice. I'm slipping around on the ice. And that's what I did to train. When it was absolutely too cold, box in my house. Shadow box. And it's like I did that as a full-time student in between classes. So I'm studying engineering full-time. I'm playing music. I'm playing sports. And I'm even fucking boxing and going to the gym. How do I go to the gym? 2 a.m. Walk down 2 kilometers in the snow. Or I asked my dad to drive me there at 11 p.m. before they go to bed. I walk back. I don't want to take the fucking bus. I don't even know when the bus doesn't even work. Walk back in the snow. Do an hour of pumping. Walk back in the snow. Knee-high snow. Not even cleaned. Walk back with my gym bag. No food. No money to buy food. No food's open, bro. Got my little protein bar, my little Gatorade, and fucking Huff It. Get home, eat the chicken, eat the eggs. That's what I'm saying was my equipment. And to top it off, this guy got a fine, sexy ass bitch. Boxing next to him, wearing makeup, nails done, bro. She's boxing with fucking nails. And sexy ass bitch. And like, I didn't have a girlfriend, bro. I was playing sports. I go to the game. Hey, look there's his girlfriend in the stands. There's his girlfriend in the stands. There's his girlfriend in the stands. There's his girlfriend watching. There's his girlfriend watching. I didn't have no one to watch me, let alone film me, support me. And I was fucking good. That's the thing. I'm good. mainly it's the good people that have girlfriends in the stands because they want to bring their girlfriends to show them beating up on the idiots, beating up on the losers. So I'm fucking the best out of all of them. I'm the best out of all of them. I'm undressing people, undressing their pants on the ice, on the pitch. And nobody is recording me or even a girlfriend watching me. It's always these fucking random guys at the park that stop by to watch a soccer game. And they're like, I'm number 11. Number 11 is the MVP. Number 11 is, we're getting pumped like 11-1, and I'm still taking on guys by myself going up the entire pitch. And they go, yo, even though they lost, 11 is the MVP of the game. And it's like, yeah. So all these fucking random Muslims and Albanians, I'm fucking impressing all of them. When I go to the soccer park, when I go to the hockey game, when I go to the outdoor rink, when I go to shinny, when I go to pickup hockey, when I go to pickup soccer, I'm impressing all the Albanians and the Iranians and the Muslims and the hood guys and the sports fanatics. I'm impressing all of them, but I got no girlfriend, no one to record me, no one to support me, no girlfriend to fucking watch me and be like, yeah, you know. My family actually cares. My family actually cares. So, didn't even have a fucking girlfriend to support me through all my training. And that includes my engineering, battling through illness. I bought this Xbox in 2020 with my inheritance money. Before that, the latest console I had was the original Xbox. The original Xbox. No PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 is newer than anything I ever had. I had a computer that can run the old Counter-Strike and the old Dota. That's it. It can't run anything else. No Battlefield 3. What are we on now? Battlefield 6? My computer couldn't run Battlefield 3. I was playing Battlefield 1942 on this computer in 2012 and till this day. So the only games I had were Counter-Strike, Dota, and my original Xbox. Sports equipment, I bought once expensive stuff and it's gotta last years. I got infected toenails because I couldn't afford bigger cleats. Got ingrown toenails, knocked me out 3, 4, 5 years. No video game, no guitar. $400 guitar. First guitar I ever bought. 20 years old. Made my life on it. Only bought an electric guitar with my inheritance money. That's the only time I could afford an electric guitar. Can't afford the amp, can't afford the pedals, can't afford the mic, can't afford the electric guitar, can't afford the strings, can't afford it. So it's nice that you have all this effort and coaching and support systems, and it's a community fucking effort. But I did all of that with no coaches, and even for my sports and my music and my schoolwork, I had no one-on-one coaching. I had no fucking support staff and a trainer and a manager and a team and a skills instructor. None of that, bro. I had to learn everything by myself. Vocal training. 2 weeks, bro. 1 month. 1 month of vocal training in my whole life. I had 1 month of vocal training. Didn't learn shit. That's why I quit. Didn't learn fucking shit. 1 month of vocal training. My whole life. When I was 27, 28 years old. That's when I started. When I was 28 years old. Or was it 26? I don't know. I had my first month of vocal training. And then I fucking quit. I was singing for years before then. I was singing for years after then. 1 month of my fucking vocal training. So, that's what this video is about. That's what I'm saying. I had no supports, coaches, instructors. Nah, bro. Whatever the fuck cheap ass shit I could use, that's what I use. What was my engineering equipment? I didn't bring a laptop to school. I didn't use my phone. I didn't have AI. I didn't have a tablet. Pen and paper. All 11 years. Pen and paper. I got my books and my binders stacked up like this high. Shelf. Just pen and paper. pen and paper, problems, research, lectures, problems, tutorials, pen and paper, pen and paper. And then, when I graduated, spent my 6 months doing stocks, poker, and investing, whatever. And then I went back, all my engineering textbooks, all my high school work, and I made videos, I made documents, I made research works with my textbooks, with my Googling, with my learning and updating, and even AI. I did all that. So I continued learning and studying for 5 years after I graduated. So I know engineering front to back, like a PhD. And all I have is undergrad. But every engineer that you meet, they forgot all the science. They're like, you don't use what you learned in school in the real world, in industry. You don't use it in industry, which is 1,000% true. It's 1,000% true. But I went above and beyond. For me, I wanted to learn the actual math and the science. So that's what I did. I did biology, chemistry, physics, magnetism, computer, hardware, transistors, microelectronics, electromagnetics, distributed generation, transformers, power stations, antennas, communications. I did it all on my own 5 years after I graduated. Boom, 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 boom. So I got the money, I got the inheritance, I got the fame, I got the worldwide success, but the hustle didn't stop. Continued doing work, continued researching, continued playing, continued practicing, making vlogs, making videos, studying, all the time without a bitch. And the hustle don't stop. I got better computer, I got better equipment, got better music software. AI came out, got my documents, and I did all my magic because the hustle, pure hustle. I could have quit. I could have made my 6 songs, 5 chess games, 3 video games, and like 5 documents and quit and just watch TV, play porn, and play video games, whatever. But no, I hustled. Like a sweaty dog, I hustled. When I'm already rich, I'm working out, I'm dieting, I lost weight. I look better now than I did when I was competing in sports in 2022. 2022, I was competing in sports and working out hardcore. And now, when I'm older, I'm too old to play sports and too big and too old and unflexible. That's why all the athletes retire at my age. So I'm a retired athlete, and at my age, I look better with less fat than I did when I was in 2022. There's proof. Look at the videos, look at the pictures. So even till this day, I'm still fucking grinding. Still fucking grinding. It's a way of life. It's a way of fucking life. All without a girl. So stay classy. Kick it 1, 2, do you? It's nice that use it to your advantage. Use your coaches, use your resources, use your equipment, use the knowledge, use AI, use your teachers, use your instructors, use your training to your advantage. But if you don't work like a groundhog, if you don't work like a fucking badger, you're never going to be the best. Look at Ronaldo. Ronaldo is the only soccer player, maybe other than Pele, Maradona, Zidane, that are better than my level, and I never played professionally. I never played World Cup, so never played World Cup, but I got the talent. And why is Ronaldo, Zidane, Pele, Maradona better than me? Because they work. It's not just about the talent, not just about the skill, not just about the resources. You think Ronaldo had resources? You think Pele had resources? You think Maradona had resources? They didn't even have a soccer ball. Today's soccer balls, you just fucking extend your leg and the ball goes where you want it to go. The ball curves like 50% curve on the ball, 50 degrees of curve on the ball with today's soccer balls. Back then, soccer ball, you kick it like a knuckleball, like a saucer, like a fucking saucer slushing its way through the air, for basketball and soccer. So how the fuck do you have the equipment when you can't curve a perfect pass to your partner? There was no AI. You could not just research and search up. Explain to me Fourier transforms. Explain to me Bernoulli's principle. Explain to me the Laplace domain. Explain to me Maxwell's equations. You could not just Google that stuff, and you could Google it and get a fucking big ass engineering document like this. You couldn't fucking just ask AI and get a nice little sentence explanation, details, whatever. Couldn't do that. But that's why if you got that, you should be as successful. You should be as successful, because even if you fucking have that and don't work, that's pathetic, bro. That's fucking pathetic. We didn't have that. I'm dying with AI. AI nonstop. All my knowledge, I'm fucking mixing it with AI. I'm backing up what the fuck I know with AI. AI is below me. That's how fucking smart I am. But I'm getting as much knowledge as I can. Google, documents, videos, history, lectures, other people that came before me. It's called benchmarking. Benchmarking is researching another work that relates to your work. So benchmarking, and then asking AI. I use all the AIs. XAI, Meta AI, Microsoft Copilot, image generator AI. This guy doesn't give me an answer, let's go to this guy. This guy doesn't give me an answer, let's go to this guy. And fucking learning and building up. And now I look at Wikipedia and look at my textbooks and look at documents, look at works, and look at books, actual fucking books, and I use all that research to completely solidify my work. Because if I'm writing a story and I get stuck and I'm brainstorming and I ask AI and it spits out 10, 15 points for my story, and I don't want to use any of them, but in the back of my head I know they exist, and then maybe I pick one, maybe I don't pick any, look at other stories that existed, look at my writing techniques, look at my techniques and methods, and then I write craft my ideas and my story. Whose story is going to be more detailed and well thought out? Me, who at least researched all of that stuff, or you who just said, I'm too smart for it. I'm going to do everything by myself. Now, Quentin Tarantino and who was that other guy? That other famous director said, fuck AI, never gonna look at AI once in my life. Now they can say that because they're Quentin Tarantino and Martin Scorsese. They look at their work, look at their credentials. They can piss and shit a blockbuster film, they can piss and shit. So they can say that. But all the rest of us gotta fucking get as much data as we can, and then use our judgment. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you got all these fucking money and tools and researches, But you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. And I'm putting in the work with all the resources I got. I get a new plugin. I get a new software, a new effect. I put it in the software. New video game, new quality, new 4K, 8K, HD. Put it in the video. New AI, whatever the fuck, new research, new data came out, new studies came out, new political events, new cultural events came out. Put it in the work. Share it on social media. Upload it. Use whatever the fuck resources I can to get the best possible product I can produce. All right, so hustle, flow, stay kicking it 1, 2, keep classy, real, and word.